What's going on, Law of Attraction Life family? We're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a beautiful opportunity to connect to everyone today. We have a really special Instagram Live, and I'm very honored and grateful to be connecting with you. Very curious to know, because we have a specific topic for today's live. So I'm very curious to know, before we go deep, what's maybe an anxiety or a fear or a limiting belief you'd like to release from your life, from your subconscious. And I want to know your name, and I also want to know where you're from. So tell me your name, where you're from, and what's a blockage you'd like to eliminate. And we're gonna go deeper in today's live. And if this is the first time you're tuning in, hello, my name is Tiberius. And for the past 15 years, I've been traveling the world, connecting with the greatest minds of the past, of the present, and extracting their knowledge and sharing them with the world. I've been personally mentored by Bob Proctor. If you know Bob, you know, type of 1 or type of yes. And I probably have invested over $300,000 in my personal development so far. I'm certified in many things. I'm doing a master's in transpersonal psychology. But you know what? It's on a rare occasion I meet someone with such a powerful tool that can help you release fears, insecurities, blockages, limiting beliefs in minutes. I'm just going to take a moment to add Emanuel. Emanuel, are you here? I'm not seeing you in the chat. We have a special guest today, and I'm just going to invite you to take a few moments and to really give importance to this Instagram Live, because you're going to experience something. You're going to experience something that maybe you haven't experienced before. Today's topic is really diving into the power of the subconscious mind. And I know, like, nowadays there's so much, like, everyone knows this, right? Everyone knows that we have a subconscious mind, and it's very powerful, and it processes like 4 million or billion bits of information per second, while our conscious mind processes like 2,000. But there's a difference between understanding something on an intellectual level and actually going deep with it. Okay, welcome. Hey.
Hey, hi
Okay.
everyone.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
I was just telling people how much, there's how much information is there about the subconscious mind. And, a lot of people say, yeah, we all have this subconscious mind. It's very powerful, but we don't really know how to interact with it, how to use it, how to get it to bring the very best out of ourselves. And what I actually want to say is that, because I was telling people, I work with Bob Proctor. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in my development. I created an amazing life for myself. But before meeting you, and I want to say, with everything that I studied, I still had this like background kind of anxiety around the subject. And you came talking to me about this technique, right? We met in Bali, we became friends. And I was quite skeptical in the beginning. I was like, who's
I
this
know.
guy with this
I remember.
technique? Like in 10 minutes, in 10 minutes, he can help you solve an anxiety that you've been having for like a lifetime. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, come on, who does this guy think he is? And then you gave me a session, and we actually did it. And then I was like, it's not there anymore. So can you tell me us a little bit about this? And you are such a person that created such an amazing life for yourself, because I know your story. I
Yes.
want the world to know your story, because you've been through so much. And yeah, before I pass it over to you, I just want to encourage everyone to stay until the end, because Emmanuel's going to demonstrate, he's going to explain, and then he's going to offer you, you might get a chance to get a session and to experience and go deeper with this on yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tiberius, for the introduction. Hi everyone. My name is Emanuel. I'm gonna share today a very powerful technique. I mean, I'm not gonna share it. I'm gonna help you to experience it, and to experience something that, as Tiberius said, is very hard to believe. It is a method with which you can release any negative emotion, fear, or limiting belief. And the most amazing thing is that you see the results instantly. It's not a technique that, is necessary to practice it for months or years to see the results. In a couple of minutes after we're making these commands to the subconscious mind, you will be able to see the results. So guys, if you have anxiety, if you have any fears or worries or stress into your life, stay and you will see in the next minutes, maybe 20-30 minutes until we finish the presentation, because I'm also going to share a little bit what is the method to give you more clarity, to bring more awareness, and then we're going to apply the techniques. So stay until the end if you have anxiety, and you will see an incredible change and transformation in your life. And also at the end, as Tiberius said, I'm going to share how you can register for a free private session with me or one of my facilitators from my team to experience the technique 101. So let's talk about the subconscious mind and why it's important to change it. You started with this topic, Tiberius. First of all, the neuroscientists are affirming that we operate 97% of our lives from subconscious programs and beliefs. Guys, 97%. Yeah, this is what the experts are saying. And all of your thoughts, like 97% of your thoughts, emotions, reactions, behavior, habits, and even decisions that you take are not consciously made, are automatic. Whatever negative emotion you had yesterday or a week ago, most of the thoughts and emotions that you had yesterday or a week ago, you're gonna have them today, tomorrow, and over a week, because we experience all the negative emotions that we feel into our life are not new emotions, are familiar emotions, are old emotions that you felt before. And basically what subconscious reprogramming does, it helps you to change the reactions that you have. Yeah, exactly as Tiberius experienced. He had a certain anxiety that he felt it not necessarily every day, but whenever he was thinking about that specific topic, it was regarding his relationships, he felt anxiety. And after that, he was free. He couldn't feel the negative emotion even if he was trying to do. And this is what the subconscious reprogramming is doing for you. It helps you to change your reactions, so you will think positively without effort. And this is what we're gonna do today. So welcome everyone, guys. You can also continue to chat in the box here in the chat. Where are you from? And I'm seeing a lot of people also from Romania, from Australia, from Belgium. Incredible. Well, I thought it's late in Europe, because in Europe where we are now, I'm in Romania right now in the
Yeah,
world. Even though we usually live in Bali, but in the summer it's nice in Europe. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. So welcome everyone, also from Spain, Mexico. Amazing. Cool.
everywhere. I love it.
Everywhere.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay, so let me share my background and my story, a little bit of how I ended up having this incredible knowledge, and I might say even power. So my name is Emanuel Giurgi. I'm 32 years old, and in this moment I have an incredible life. I have success on all levels of my life, financially, physically, relationship, social. I'm traveling the world. I'm financially and emotionally free since over 7 years already. But my life was not always like this. I grew up into a complex family where I experienced a lot of traumas and social anxiety and poverty. And I grew up with this belief that I don't deserve to live, because my father told me since I was very young that he made me by a mistake, and he was telling me to leave the house, and he was very violent with me. And as I said, I had this belief that I don't deserve to live, and I felt very rejected. And until I had 26 years old, I experienced a very strong and powerful social anxiety, and I was humiliated in all the social environments I was in. And because I woke up spiritually at 13 years old, and I was fascinated about this idea that we can create our experience of life with our thoughts and emotions, I became super fascinated about this topic, about spirituality, and I started to read a lot of books. And it was a period of my life of about 6 years when I lived in London. I was also a student, where I couldn't sleep at night if I knew that in that day I was not doing something very important and significant to change and transform my life. And I was waking up every day at 5 a.m. and doing a lot of hard discipline, investing a lot of money into different. I was so basically desperate to heal myself. I was practicing every day a lot of EFT tapping, theta healing, timeline healing, Silva method, a lot of affirmations, a lot of manifestation exercises, visualizations, writing journals. Even ayahuasca I took over 20 times because I was so desperate to heal myself. I was the guy that has done anything that is possible that I came across to heal myself. And actually, after many years of self-development and hard discipline, I came to the conclusion that not many things are working actually. And what I realize is that the subconscious mind is obeying to commands. Yeah, the subconscious mind does not listen to affirmations, to positive thinking, to intentions, to praying, to whatever, but it obeys to commands. And this is what this method is doing actually. It helps you, as I said, to release any negative emotion on the spot, to reprogram any trauma or memory, and literally after we making the commands, you're not gonna be able to think about that trauma anymore, and you can reprogram fears, limiting beliefs, and so on. And once again, the the most fascinating thing about this method is that you feel the results instantly, not after a few weeks of practicing or a few days, on the spot. So guys, once again, if you have anxiety, I'm gonna help you release it today in the next, perhaps, I don't know, 10-20 minutes. So
Amazing.
so welcome once again, everyone. And this method works in 3 simple steps. The first step is to become aware of the problem. Yeah, we need to become aware, and I will help you to become aware of where do you feel the anxiety, how intense it is for you on a scale of intensity. Yeah, the first exercise is to identify the problem clearly, and we don't need to go in the past. We don't need to dig. I don't know, to find if this fear is coming from your father or from your mother or from 3 years old or from 5 years old. It doesn't matter. If you have it in the present moment, we're gonna fix it from the present moment, and you're not gonna be able to feel it anymore after that. The next
Mm.
step is to make the command. Yeah, so please be very aware of what I'm going to say is I'm gonna command your subconscious mind to take from you that specific fear or negative emotion that you feel. I'm gonna command it, your subconscious mind, to take it from you, send it into the universal consciousness, and replace it with something new. Yeah, this is the second step. The second step is to command to the subconscious mind to change. Yeah, it is a simple method. Everybody can learn it. In Romania, I help over 10,000 people
Wow.
to experience this technique so far, and I've been having live seminars with hundreds of people on stage, and I was applying the technique on them, and everybody was seeing results instantly on the spot. And yeah, it's also more intense. I mean, to apply the technique on many people at once. And I have over 2,000 students that have learned this technique to practice it on themselves and on other people with great success, because it's very simple. And what I like the most about this method is that people actually have results. And my guarantee that I have, which I really love, is like this. I'm telling people that you cannot enter my program or learn the technique on my course or my mentorship program if you don't see results
Mm.
free in the beginning, which is
I love
something
that.
that you will never heard of it. Most of the people will say, yeah, if you don't have results, you're going to get your money back, whatever. No, that is bullshit. What matters is you to have results. So you come, you experience this technique even a couple of times until you realize that, yeah, I released the fear of the future, the fear of having bad relationships, the fear of not having enough money. And once you saw those real results, yeah, then you can take a decision. Yes, I want to learn this technique. Yes, I want to practice it and to have this ability in my life to command to my subconscious mind. Yes, I want to learn this technique actually to help others and maybe to even have a career, because I also have a lot of facilitators in my team that I taught how to apply the technique, this technique on a professional level, and how to make a living out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, guys,
Perfect.
let's take a couple of deep breaths in for whoever is here, and let's be more present. I know that once I start talking, I get overexcited and I speak very fast, but that's all right.
You talk super well.
Good. Now, guys, I want you to be very present and write in the chat box, in the comments, how intense and true it is your anxiety on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10. So probably you saw that Tiberius has done some sort of voting on his chat, and the voted, I mean, the results of the vote was that people wanted to solve their anxiety. So we're gonna work on anxiety. So please write in the chat box how intense and true you feel the anxiety on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10, but right now, on this present moment, not that the anxiety that you feel usually, the anxiety that you feel now. Maybe you feel it like a heaviness on the chest, or an emptiness in the stomach, or a heaviness or a burden on your shoulders. Maybe you feel um, the anxiety somewhere in the body. Yeah, so everybody saying 8, 6, 10, 8,
Mm.
10. Okay, so it's quite visible for everyone. So everybody, please write in the comments how intense you feel the anxiety right now on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10. Okay, so we just became aware that you have the anxiety, and it's obvious there. And now try to see where do you feel it in your body. And maybe you can write in the chat box what do you feel, but shortly, not a long text. Just write, well, where do you feel the anxiety more intensely? In what part of the body? Maybe you feel it in the chest, in the stomach, on the neck, on the head, on the shoulders. See where do you feel it more intensely, and write in the comments. Okay, in the chest, heavy in the chest. Yeah, usually the anxiety and the fear is on the chest. You feel it like a heaviness, like a neck and shoulders. Good. Nails, stomach. Perfect. Okay, so now you have become aware where is the anxiety. Yeah, you became aware how intense it is, and you became aware where it is in the body. Okay, and then in the next couple of minutes, whenever you are ready, we're gonna start making the commands, and also we're gonna have a Q&A session. Yeah. So as you saw, we don't have a huge presentation. We don't have something, I don't know, to sell or to hide or to whatever. I'm a very practical and analytical guy, and what matters for me is people to have the results. This is what I'm interested in. So Tiberius, if you have anything to share before we start making the commands, is there something that you'd like to add or to mention? Or okay,
Honestly,
so
I'm just following because it's the first time I'm seeing you doing this with a big group. I just know how it works one on one. And I just want to encourage people to be present and to follow your instructions and to contribute and to type. That's pretty much it for now. Yeah.
amazing. So if you want to see results, guys, for the next 10 minutes, stay present. Yeah, don't skip the live, don't enter other social media platforms, don't be distracted. Uh, Assume it, yeah, and be present. Be conscious, and you will see the results. So take a couple of deep breaths in. Also, it's very important to understand what we are doing here. This is not a one-on-one session. Usually on a one-on-one session, you're going to be able to see even more powerful results. Now I'm making the commands to whoever is watching this live, and also if you're watching the recording of this video, you will also be able to see results. Also, another thing is to give me the permission. But once you are here, I have your permission to make these commands, because I'm not allowed to make commands, to whatever strangers without having their permission. Okay, so take a couple of deep breaths in, and just while I'm making the commands, once again, it's going to take me maximum 10 minutes to make these verbal commands to your subconscious mind. Just stay with your anxiety, feel it, yeah, feel it, whatever. it is in your body, become aware of it and stay with it and just listen to my commands. You don't need to repeat them in your mind, just listen, stay present, and don't skip the video for the next 10 minutes, and you will be able to see some results that you did not expect to see, from a stranger today on a regular day. Okay. So guys, take a couple of deep breaths in, and once again, I'm gonna speak on the second person, so it will be as though as I'm speaking directly to yourself. Yeah, so feel your anxiety right now, feel it where it is in your body. Be once again aware how intense and true it is in the beginning on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10, and you will see how intense and true it is at the end. Okay, so take a couple of deep breaths in, and I'm gonna start making the commands. Stay present and just listen to my commands. I command that all the suffering and burden that you feel right now in your life, and all the conflicts for which you feel this suffering and burden, all the weight and heaviness from your shoulders and back, and all the conflicts for which you feel this weight and heaviness on your shoulder and back, and all the negative emotion and emotional blockages from your back and shoulders, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with happiness, joy, freedom, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. I command that all the anxiety that you feel right now in your body and all the conflicts for which you feel this anxiety right now in your body, all the general state of fear and worry and all the conflicts for which you feel this general state of fear and worry, all the tension and stress that you feel in your body and all the conflicts for which you feel this tension and stress in your body, all the dissatisfaction, frustration, and anxiety that you feel right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this dissatisfaction, anxiety, and frustration right now, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with happiness, joy, love, power, courage, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. And I command that all the confusion from your life, all the conflicts for which you feel this confusion, all the negative and toxic energy in your head, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative and toxic energy in your head, all the pain and pressure from your head, and all the conflicts for which you feel this pain and pressure on your head, and all the mental fog and lack of clarity, and all the conflicts for which you feel this mental fog and lack of clarity, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with clarity, joy, power, courage, love, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. I command that all the heaviness and tension that you feel in your chest right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this heaviness and tension in your chest right now, all the heaviness and the weight that you feel in your chest, and all the conflicts for which you feel this heaviness and weight in your chest, all the anxiety and fear that you feel into your chest area right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this fear and anxiety in your chest area right now, and all the palpitations and the agitation that you feel in the chest, and all the conflicts for which you feel this palpitation and agitation in your chest, and all the emotional blockages and negative emotion that you feel in your chest and the heart chakra, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with joy, happiness, love, power, courage, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. And I command that all the negative emotion and negative feeling that you feel into your throat area, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative emotion and negative sensation into your throat area, all the shame and guilt that you feel right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this shame and guilt, and all the negative sensation and tightness that you feel in your neck, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative sensation and tightness in your neck, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with joy, love, power, courage, abundance, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. And I command that all the emptiness that you feel into your stomach area right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this emptiness into your stomach area, all the tension and anxiety that you feel into your stomach area right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this tension and anxiety into your stomach area, all the negative sensation that you feel into your abdominal area, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative sensation into your abdominal area, and all the negative emotion that you feel into your abdominal area right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this negative emotion into your abdominal area right now, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with love, power, courage, enthusiasm, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. And I command that all the fear of the future that you feel right now, and all the conflicts for which you feel this fear of the future, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with love, power, courage, enthusiasm, joy, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. I command that the belief and program that you have that something bad is about to happen or something bad is happening in my life, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with something good and positive is happening in my life, and I am free, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. And I command that the belief and program, I am not safe, I command to be taken from you and sent into the universal consciousness, along with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I am safe, I feel safe and free, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for your highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into your consciousness and in all the cells of your physical body. I command that all the receptor centers for the old programs, beliefs, and emotions to close and to open new receptor centers for the new programs, beliefs, and emotions. And take a couple of deep breaths in. And you can open your eyes if you have them closed. You can stretch your body a little bit, move your body to become more present, to become more aware. And let's take a couple of more deep breaths in. And you should be able to feel the effect in about 1 or 2 minutes. But let's wait at least 1 more minute. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Yes, we're gonna do some commands on the financial blessings very soon. So if you're following us for the future webinars, we're gonna also work on different topics. Okay, so take another deep breath in. Okay, and now please write in the chat box in the comments how intense and true it was your anxiety in the beginning on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10, and how intense it is now. So you can say maybe in the beginning it was an 8 and now maybe it is a 3. Just see how intense it is, the anxiety right now on the scale of intensity from 0 to 10. See if you feel it in your body. See if it's still there. Yeah, become aware what you felt in the beginning and what you feel now. Yeah, you should feel lighter. You see, as the Axel is saying, it's been lowered from 9 to 3, from 9 to 2, from 5 to 1. So please write in the chat box how intense
Zero.
and true it was, the anxiety on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10 in the beginning, and how intense it is now. Yeah, so it's been lowered from 7 to 4, from 7 to 3. Thank you. Throughout my anxiety went up to 10 and now has easen a feel clear. Okay,
Wow.
amazing. It's been lowered from 8 to 2, from 3 to 1, peaceful. Judy Tamanes has been lowered from 8 to 0. I really felt it. I missed the beginning of this slide. No, don't worry, we have it recorded. So it's been over to from 2 to 0, from 10 to 2, from 9 to 3, from 9 to 2, from 8 to 4. Incredible. Congratulations, everyone. My
Cool,
hands
amazing.
aren't numbed anymore. Amazing. So it's been lowered from 8 to 2. I can smell so well. Yeah, you should be able to feel your body lighter and to feel, I don't know, a sense of pleasure and freedom in your body. So it's been lowered from 9 to 6, from 10 to 5. Amazing. Congratulations,
Beautiful.
everyone.
Wow, yeah, amazing, 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 amazing. And acknowledging that everyone took time and participated. That's important. It's important to be open, it's important to experience. So congratulations for that to everyone.
Amazing. Yeah, and it's also very important to experience this technique one-on-one. Is very different than experiencing it on a group session. But if you pay attention the next time in the next webinars that we're gonna do in the next lives, you're gonna be able to see even more results. Yeah, the more you are involved into the process, the more results you're gonna have. Yeah, so if you stay aware and present, and if you have a real issue, come open and you will see the results. So Tiberius, where do
100%.
people can experience the technique
Well,
one-on-one?
Oh, yeah, I just want to say that, this is the first time I'm experiencing it in a group and I'm seeing so many results. But I just want to say that experiencing this one-on-one specifically for something that maybe you've been struggling for years, it's at a whole new different level. And I got Emmanuel and his team to do free sessions for you guys. So if you type join in this chat box right now, if you just type join, you're going to get a link where you can sign up and explore this method deeper. And we're creating a special community for people who really want to learn how to take charge of their subconscious mind and how to understand how to identify their limitations and their fears and anxieties and remove them. So it's join, not join. Join, like join. Yeah. Okay. Just exactly. Yes. So what you're gonna do is Emmanuel and his team will be in touch with you, and you're gonna experience this at a whole new, deeper level. And it's beautiful just to learn how to work in a simple way with the subconscious. I'm very curious to know, Emmanuel, how did you discover this? Because you've been dealing with anxiety for years before coming across this kinds of techniques, right?
Yes. Well, in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, as I said, I've been doing a lot of research and also doing a lot of practice and discipline with myself to help. And I was looking for a solution to help myself to overcome, the poverty and the anxiety that I was facing every day. And I practice most of the techniques in the world, about um, overcoming anxiety, changing limiting beliefs and fears, and most of the therapies that exist in the world, actually, because I was so passionate and desperate to heal myself. And a couple of years ago, a friend of mine taught me this method, but it was a very small version of it. You were able just to reprogram limiting beliefs with it, but I adapted this method to my knowledge, to my understanding of how life is working, of how the emotions are working, or how the traumas are working. And I started to apply it on different people. And I saw that people had incredible results. I saw a lot of miraculous healings. Guys, you can do a lot of incredible things with this technique that is very hard to explain in just a
Mm.
short video here. It has many applications. And once and people were just coming to me like 3 years ago when I started to make this technique publicly. My intention were never to have a career into this field of self-development or coaching and so on. And I was just applying the technique on different people. And at some point, I had a wave of huge people coming and telling me, yes, I want a session, please help me, I have this problem, I have this illness, I have this anxiety and so on. And I just started a huge community in Romania, and
Mm.
as I said, I have 2,000 students at the moment that learn the technique, and here we are now. And now, with the help of Tiberius, we want to expand this magic and this useful technique internationally to you guys. So congratulations for showing up today. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box. So once again, if you want to experience the technique one-on-one, just type join in the comments, and I will text you on WhatsApp to give you a free session with me or one of my facilitators. It depends how many people will be there. Yeah. And
So I'm
also
curious
you
to
can
get some
share.
feedback if you got the messages from Join. Just want to check in with you guys. I'm seeing some people signing up. Okay, because in case you don't get the message, you can check the link in our bio at Law of Attraction Live, and you can also find it. But just want to double check. And I saw some comments here. I need some help. Look, Emmanuel has been so graceful with his team to give free sessions for people who want to experience the technique, and you can take it further. And I personally recommend that you allow Emmanuel and his team to really help you identify the top fears you've been struggling throughout your life, and really notice, what's something that's really bothering you, and start working on them. Because some of the fears we have, they're just irrational. Let me tell you something. I used to get anxiety when I would sit down to read a book, and I didn't know why, and I couldn't understand why. And because I had anxiety, I would just say reading is not for me. But it was because of growing up in Romania, and going through ex-communist school where they used to beat us in school. Our teacher, when we would read in class, if we wouldn't do it well, they would beat us. So my subconscious registered anxiety associated to reading, right? So until I really got down to understand what's happening deep inside of me, I could release this kinds of fears. And you can be an adult in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and still have an irrational fear from childhood controlling you right now. Something might have happened, and it's still running in the background and controlling every single thing you do in your life. So it's really important to go deeper with this and experience this. And by the way, if you just logged in, if you type join, we're gonna send you a link where you can join for a session and learn more about what Emmanuel does and what his technique does. How many testimonials do you have, Emmanuel?
Thousands, over 3,000, only video testimonials, like people that have recorded themselves, with a video, sharing how it was their experience with the method and what incredible results they have. But most of them are in Romanian. But once again, the testimonials doesn't matter. What matters for you is to experience the technique. Yeah. If what matters and what's important for you is to experience the technique and to see results. That is the best testimonial that you can have. Because I can show you now, yeah, maybe 10 hours of non-stop testimonials with different people that heal themselves of incredible problems. That is irrelevant. What's important for you is to experience the technique and to see the results for yourself. So type join in the comments, and we will send you a link with all the details to enter the free session, private session.
100%. And just in case, just saying this again, in case you don't get the message, you can go and check the link in our bio, and you can learn more about this. You can sign up for the sessions. It takes half an hour of your time, but it can make all the difference. There's so much talk in manifestation about limiting beliefs, but it's just here in the conscious mind. I rarely see people, and I've worked with many people in my life. I used to work for Bob Proctor with 8 to 10 people a day, and most people that I know, they understand subconscious mind and limiting beliefs and blockages, but they just understand it here as a theory. I've rarely seen people saying to me, yeah, I have this kind of fears and this kinds of limitations, and this is how I'm working on them. Very rarely. because they're sneaky and they're invisible and they're hard to identify. What Emmanuel has, it's something that might take you years of digging that you can do just in a few sessions.
Indeed. I mean, to get rid of negative emotion in a couple of minutes. And you will see in the future webinars, we will work on different topics, on traumas, for example, to see what incredible experience is to reprogram a memory, yeah, to release the burden that you have from a trauma, and you will be able to not feel it anymore on the spot instantly. And you can also reprogram um, financial blockages or relationship blockages that you have in your life, and you will see the results instantly. But once again, our intention is to just share results with you. This is what I'm interested in, yeah, just to help you to have results. So once again, if you haven't typed join in the comments, type join, and we will send you a link where you can register for a free one-on-one private sessions where I will help you to reprogram your biggest fear or your biggest blockage in your life. The session will take about 20 to 30 minutes, and you will experience the technique on a whole new level, because one-on-one is very different. So type join in the comments and we will send you the link. You just need to register on a type form, and then we will contact you on WhatsApp. It can help addictions, it can help even different physical blockages, emotional blockages, mental blockages. It works on so many levels. I mean, it helps you to reprogram anything in your subconscious mind. And addiction, yeah, is also a blockage from your subconscious mind.
Mm. We had a lot of people talk about overthinking in the poll that we did. Um, how can it help with overthinking as well?
Yes. So the overthinking, it is coming from the negative emotions. Yeah, when you
Mm.
release the negative emotion or the anxiety, yeah, that you felt that you feel on a physical level in your body, you will see that your mind will start to quiet. Yeah, you will have less thoughts, because if you have the negative emotion intensely on the surface of your consciousness, it's very hard to lower your mind, to meditate, or to enter like a mindfulness state where you have less thoughts and more clarity. But once you
Mhm.
reprogram, once you release the negative emotion and you feel good in your body, yeah, without pretending that you feel good, you're just gonna feel good, you know,
Mm.
because you release the negative emotion, you will see that the overthinking will go away.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I see people talk about gambling addictions, from bullying. Um, we're gonna take a few more minutes. If you have specific questions, and guys, I have an expert here that helped thousands of people. He has like over 1,000 testimonials with results. So this is your chance to ask questions regarding fears, blockages, limiting beliefs, and also to experience this method for yourself if you type join here.
Let's suppose that you are ready as of now, overcome all of your blockages. What's next?
Mm.
Well, I want to experience actually how it feels to be emotionally free, because this is a concept that not many people understand or even heard of it. Basically, I can let my mind think of any situation, past, present, and future, and I cannot feel any negative emotion. I cannot put my finger into any worry or negative thought in my mind. And this is how my life it is at the moment. I wake up with joy and enthusiasm, and I go to sleep with joy and enthusiasm. And yeah, I'm just a normal human being without negative emotion, and it's not like I never feel negative emotion. For example, this is something that I don't reprogram usually. Is the attachment of different relationships. When I overcome a relationship, usually I don't reprogram those things. But if it comes to fears, I do not negotiate. I reprogram the fear instantly. Whenever I feel like maybe even once a week or once every 2 weeks, I still feel like a small negative thought, a small negative emotion, a small frustration. I'm not enlightened. I didn't reach enlightenment, but I have very few negative thoughts and emotions.
I love that.
And once again, the changing the subconscious mind is not necessarily about manifesting your amazing life, but it is about changing your reactions. Yeah, for example, I never felt social anxiety since about 7 years already, and for the first 26 years of my life, I felt social anxiety and general anxiety from the morning until evening, non-stop throughout the day without stop. Yeah, and I felt it, and it was a huge suffering. And after I released that anxiety and all the memory that was stuck in my subconscious mind with all the traumas that I had, after that, I couldn't feel it anymore. And it's been 7 years. Yeah, now I have an incredible social life. I can do public speaking, me
Mhm.
with my social anxiety that I was humiliated and bullied in all the social environments I was in. And this is what subconscious reprogramming is doing, and it helps you. It helps you to change your reactions. And this is what
Mhm.
matters actually. To have positive thoughts and emotions without forcing them to be there. It's just natural, I wake up with joy and enthusiasm and go to sleep with joy and enthusiasm every single day.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful because there's people who know how to achieve or even to make more money, to get stuff on the outside world, and then still they feel anxiety and they feel not enough and they feel, unhappy. So what you're doing is actually quite interesting. I have a question here about how do you even know your blockages?
If you have a pain, if you have a frustration in your life, just come with it and I will help you become more aware of it. So type join in the comments and I will give you a free one-on-one sessions, and that will help you to give you more clarity of how you can identify your blockages and limiting beliefs. And you will see in the future webinars, maybe I'm going to share a few slides, because usually I share a list with the main limiting beliefs and fears that people have in their subconscious mind,
Mhm.
and we do like an evaluation of your subconscious mind. And we're gonna identify what are all the fears and limiting beliefs that are installed in your subconscious mind. You become aware, you will see everything that is in your subconscious mind. Is like how you go to the doctor. Yeah, the first time you go and you do a blood test. Yeah, you do some evaluations, you do some checking to see what is the problem,
Mhm.
and then they give you the solution. And I work exactly in the same way, because most of the people are doing a lot of therapies and self-development, but doing it very chaotically without being able to quantify and measure the results. But the way I'm working, probably you saw, I asked you how intense and true it was, the anxiety in the beginning on a scale of intensity from 0 to 10, and how intense it was after. And you saw the results. Yeah,
Mhm.
you checked. Yeah, it was a 10, now it is a 3. Okay, checked. Amazing. My anxiety
Yeah,
is gone.
amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about procrastination?
Well,
Can you help me get rid
procrastination.
of procrastination?
Oh yeah, definitely. We need to do the digging exercise to find what is behind this procrastination. We're gonna bring to the surface the limiting beliefs and the fears that are causing this blockage, and we will reprogram them on the spot. And you will be able to see once again different reactions. Yeah, usually where you were reacting like, yeah, I don't know, the energy to do whatever, to go to the gym, to be productive, you're gonna see that you will have different reactions after that. You will want to do things.
I love it. Let's see, those are some questions. It says here, isn't fear necessary for survival and goal urgency?
It is a choice actually, you know. If
Mm-hmm.
the fear is too much, if you and it is a decision. Yeah, you become aware of the problem and then you can take the decision. I want this fear in my life, or I don't want it. I want this emotion in my life, or I don't want it. Yeah, this is how this method is working. If you believe, like, I don't know, a specific fear is good for you, just leave it there. But if you want to get rid of it, yeah, then you can.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Amazing. Again, guys, look, if you're into learning the best tools, if you're into not only studying personal development and reading motivational stuff, but actually practicing, actually doing the work, I don't feel you can find a lot of tools like Emmanuel has where he can help you eliminate stuff that's been, maybe bugging you for years in just a few minutes. So All I can say is if you felt something today, if you want to take this to the next level, get in touch with Emmanuel. Just type join or go into the link in our bio in case you don't get the message. And Emmanuel and his team will get in touch. And you'll also be put in a group on WhatsApp where you're going to learn more about future events and tools to take this to the next level.
Amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
showing up today, and I will see you in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for staying up so late, Emmanuel. I know it's 2 a.m. over there in Romania. So,
3.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, everyone. Thank you. Many
Thank
blessings.
you.